Hello everyone, thank you for stopping on my channel. In this video I want to explore the migrations of this Laravel hospital management system that we are contributing to. And I was just going through and looking to these migrations, and I thought that this can be improved as well. And if you look at the users migration, you can see we have the basic information, and to scale this application we will need to make this more enhanceable, meaning we need to like add more stuff into it so that it can be improved. And you can see here the role of the user is in a string, and a super admin is a boolean, which is not good at all. So what we can do is to create a role migration and model and manage that from the admin side, and the same for the um, users as well. Like user has a permission, or user has a role, and based on the role they can do the things that will be allowed for that user. Roles can be like patient. Here you can see we have pharmacists, accountants and fashions, and doctors, HODs, managers, etc. There can be a lot of them, but and you can see nurses, and you can see if you look at the accountants, you can see there is no like proper information available here. So for that reason I'm going to create a role migration, and then what we are going to do is improve this so that a user belongs to a specific role. So if you add a user, let's say as a nurse, then nurse as a role will be assigned to that, and um, based on the role we will give certain informations to that user on this application. So to get started on that, let's create a role migration, and Cedar, we will use PHP artisan make model role, and create migration controller Cedar factory, and I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to create that for me, and I will have to move it to the top. And another thing that we can do is to add a UUID to this so that we can manage the things, um, instead of using the name, or let's see, it's not that important in especially in this thing. So a role is gonna be a role. Instead of role we will have a role ID, and we will assign, maybe we can assign a depart value as well. So it's going to be for origin ID, it's going to be role ID, and it's going to be constant and cascade and delete as well. I'm going to remove the role, and also I'm going to add user avatar or image. A super admin is going to be removed, there's no need for that. And I'm going to move the roles to the top. So to do that I need to replace the time frame, since they are here based on the time frame. So now we can see that the role is at the top. So role has a name, or we can say title, and based on the name of the role we will assign different permissions in migration in middlewares. So now since we have that, um, looking at the nurses and accountants and fashions information, we can put these information in the users as well, user model. So you can see we have position, and then we have phone number, gender. I think we can leave the nurses here as well, but then we have accountants. For accountants we do not have much information here, so maybe we can just put the same information as we have um, in here. But instead of and you can see we have pharmacist and librarians, and we'll have a lot more. So what we can do is, if we have employee, you can see we have employee as well. So instead of like having all of them, we can just create one. Let's say we will modify employee, and based on we will make some type of enum field where, so we will have an enum field where um, we will create like a title or position um, field, and we will have different entries in there, like pharmacist, librarist, doctor, nurse, etc. So what I'm going to do is, let's go to nurse, and we have position and qualification, address, gender. I don't think we need the gender, but this position, um, qualification and address, we can put that in the employee, since they are employee of the of the hospital, the organization. And if you look at the pharmacist, there is nothing in here, so I'm gonna remove the pharmacist. In library, um, one thing we can do is this we will make this, let me just turn on the, okay, so we will make a position as an enum field, and we will have different values for this that we will specify. So the position of the employee will be different, so it can be nurse, it can be doctor, it can be accountant, pharmacist, and let's just use the copilot for the rest of them. We will have receptionist, cleaner, security, and others. And okay, so there we have it, security and other cleaner. uh, Qualification, I don't think this should be nullable because security do not need to have qualification. Default is none, or we can do nullable. Address should also be nullable, and salary, should we add salary? Then job is already a position, right? No need for gender, no need for address. Phone number, let's have that. Name and these information, so let's have that. And what else you got? We can, okay, we have a status, that's also cool. We got an image, we got a password. Should we allow them to log in into the application? Some of them, like the accountant and pharmacist, these should be allowed to log into the application, but I don't think we will do something like do all the things on the application itself. Okay, for the rest of them we can remove that. Copilot got stuck in here. Okay, so now what we can do is we can simply remove the library. We got accountant, so we can remove that as well. We can remove the nurse, and what else we got here? Okay, nothing else here. Okay, so now we have the employees. We got these information collected, and then we have patient. Okay, and now looking at the patient's migration, let's see if we can add anything. If you look at the user side, I mean, here when booking an appointment for a specific doctor, you got to enter these information, the date, address and phone number, email address, name, etc. But let's see if we can add anything else. Okay, we got a status, we got an image, we got description, disease, the doctor is already assigned, we got a room, admit, date, discharge date. These information are filled by Copilot, you can see. And just like we will be removing the information that we don't need, but let's just allow it to fill anything it can possibly do. Okay, and rest of them are payment information. We don't need the payment information, we have separate migration for that, I guess. You can see payments table. We can like add a relationship with that. So we have discharge date, admit date, room number. Since we have bedrooms as well, you can see patient belongs to specific bedroom. So for that reason we can I guess remove the room, since the bedroom is inside a specific room, right? So that's why we can remove that one. Then doctor, it has a relationship with the doctor, so that's why we will have a doctor. Description, you can see we have a message, so that's where the description will come from. Status is active and inactive. I think this can be different than this, since it can be like admitted and discharged. Yeah. Maybe we have something like pending or something like that. Let's see if we can. Okay, we got others. Okay, pending, I think that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, we have admitted, discharged and pending. So these are the status. Like if you book an appointment online, that's currently in pending. Once the appointment is completed, then that is done or discharged that patient. Okay, and age group, I think this will be important, so that the general information, you can see we have the blood group as well, right? So these information we store them, so that they don't have to ask for that, or they don't have to test them. Gender, let's have that for now, because the doctor do have to know about the patient information. That is just what I'm thinking. You can decide anything you can update it. The source code is available, so you can do anything you want with it. And after that we have departments, and after that department has a name. Okay, you can see we have head of department. So where do we have the HOD? Okay, we have the HOD here, and HOD is a doctor. So here in the departments we have relationship with the block as well. Blocks are right here, block floor and block code. I think we can have uh, block status, block type, price. No, I don't think these are important. Description, no, I don't think these are important, so I'm gonna just remove that. Floor and status code is, I guess, required. Maybe we can add a status so that or let's just not add that, that will be fine. Okay, so after the department we have rooms. Room is like just departments has a different department have a lot of rooms, right? So that's I think what it mean here. So we have a boolean. I think instead of this we can just put, okay, we have room code, room name. No, I think these are not important. We can add something like available, occupied, or maintenance. And after that we can add let's just have these two. We have room type. Okay, so room type, I want to make it like enum, and I want to see what are the possible values that can be stored in. Okay, what, private, semi-private, and general. Okay, cool. And after that we have bills. Okay, patient amount. Okay, we can add a recipient ID. Recipient ID. I think let's do one thing. Let's just status is gonna be enough. Let's just use Copilot to allow the stuff that can be added. We have a date. Okay. We have a description. We have a photo path of the bill photo path maybe. We have image. Okay. I think it's going somewhere else. Doctor. Bill is gonna be like created by someone else, not the doctor, and the date is already here in the timestamp, right? Created it and updated it, so that's why we don't need that. And definitely it has a relationship with the status with the patient's ID. After that we have beds. So rooms, department has many rooms, and block has many departments, and a room has many beds. So there's, I think, the relationship in between these things. Okay, so bed has allowed, okay, allotted time and discharge time, room ID and patient ID. Okay, um, here let's see what can be added. Okay, weekend, weekend. Okay, so we got a status, and I think we can remove these because the time is going to be like different for every patient, right? So that should belong to the patient, not here in the bed. After that we have payments. So let's see what all the possible things that can be added in here. So okay, bill ID, patient ID, and amount, and status. Okay, the payment mode and transaction ID, transaction date. Okay, transaction date. Let's just remove the transaction ID. Okay, let's have that. Or let's just remove the transaction ID as well. So what I'm going to do is we have amount here in the bills as well, and amount is already here. I think in the bills, what else can we add? Payments has the amount, um, the mood, status, pension ID, bill ID. Okay, after that we have general settings, and I have an idea about this general settings. Instead of general settings, let's call it settings. And I know we are just making a lot of changes in this, but to scale the application we gotta add these. So what I'm going to do is just add key and value, and then we will use seeder to seed all these general information. uh, that will be easy for us to manage. So after that we have birth reports. Okay, so patient, description, doctor. What else we got? Nurse. I don't think we need to store this, but description, should we have description uh, to like store the information of births? Maybe the and what is it called, the hospitals may have to store this information. Maybe we can store the gender of the child as well. Weight, just for analysis, maybe these can also be stored, but I'm not gonna store that right here. Okay, we got the patient, and we got the doctor, we got the nurse. And instead of this, I'm going to use for region ID like this. You can see we got that. Okay, date and time is not that required. I'm going to add doctor ID, but doctor is in the, okay, do we have doctor? Let's see doctors. Okay, so as we have added the migration for employees, and doctor is also employee, right? So we can just add a relationship and get all information of the doctor from the employee ID of the doctor. Okay, employee ID, I think it should be like this, employee ID, maybe like this. Okay, we have the patient checkups. Nothing has been added yet, and we are contributing to it, so we got to add something to it or either remove it. Okay, patient checkups has doctor ID, patient ID, description, status, date, time and date. I'm gonna remove the description and add in field for the status, pending completed, doctor ID, patient ID. Let's have that. And patient checkups. Maybe it's gonna have something else, but let's see what else can be added to this. Okay, stairs, patient ID, room ID, start that, end that. For the analysis and all those things, we got added so that the payments and all those things can be calculated, active and completed. Amount, okay, that's also good. Discount, the total, payment status, and payment mode, payment time. Now these are required, so I'm gonna just remove that. Can be added into the bill as well. Then we have blogs. We have looked to that already. Then we have appointments, patient ID, nurse ID, doctor ID, end time, out time. I think we can let's see what else co-file it is gonna add it. Okay, we got the status, we got description, we got perception, we got amount. All of them have amount. Okay, appointment. Okay, not gonna add amount in here. So nurse ID, should we have a nurse in each appointment? And the answer is no. So let's just add the patient ID in doctor ID. After that, we have requested appointments, and I think these are the ones that come from here. So let's have that for now. Maybe we can remove it later on as well. Subscribers. Then we have contact us. Okay, we will be sending email as well as storing it in a database for later use. Now after adding all these, we are gonna modify the models as well accordingly. So accountant, we don't need accountant. Appointment belongs to a doctor. Let's just load the relationship. Doctor and nurse is not required, but the doctor is required. What else we got? Checkups. Okay, patient checkups. It has a relationship with this. After that we have bed. Bed belongs to a patient, and bed belongs to bed belongs to just a room. Patient are coming and going. We have added, I think, more information to the bed, so let's check out the migration. Okay, we got status, patient ID, and room ID. Okay, so in the bills migration, we have patient ID and status. So patient ID and status. Status. Patient can be a relationship. After that, we got the birth reports. Birth reports has let's see, birth reports. Description, doctor ID, patient ID, and gender. Again, that can be optimized as needed, but since just to make it, okay, we got die. What is it called? Description. We don't need time. That's what I'm saying. Birth reports, gender, and description. Gender. Okay. To load the relationship, just Copilot will quickly create the codes for us. Relationship with the doctor, and then we got these already added, and then departments. Let's see. Let's import them. So not gonna throw any error. Has one HOD, head of the department. If you go to the departments migration, where is it? You can just search it maybe. Department. We got the path. Photo path. Why do we need a photo path? Maybe we can add a photo path so that we people can identify it. Okay, we've got our name, description, photo path, HOD ID, and HOD ID. Okay, HOD. Okay, we have the HODs. So let's see. All these are already added, so nothing to update in here. Doctor has nothing, just the employee ID. Let's go to doctor. It has employee ID. employee has these information, so I'm gonna refill it. Let's just get this information from here and put it here, and then add a comma at the end, format it, and now we can load relationships. So employee, no, it will not have relationship with that. Employee will have relationship with the doctor. Has one doctor. Employee has one doctor. No, no, no. This doesn't make any sense. Just not add. Rather not just not add any relationship for now. Later if we need, we will add. Okay. Settings model. Settings just have a key in value as we add it so that we can make it scalable. This is the setting, and the table name. And if in any case goes wrong, then the table name is settings. After that, we have HOD, librarist. We don't need medicine. Let's leave it for now. Nurse not needed. Operation, there is nothing in operation, so not salam. Operation report. If you look at the operation report migration, let's do one thing. We did a lot of stuff, so leave the rest of the configuration in the model for the next video. And hope you enjoyed the video and hope you have learned from it. It's just a discussion. Like, I'm just adding the things that I think can be added, but you can improve it as you think. The Since the code is open source, you can update it accordingly. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.